I'm Blake Bauserman here with Sneak Peek, and we are here for John Hyams' new comedy drama film, All Square. In the film, actor Michael Kelly stars as a down-on-his-luck bookie figuring out how to make money the best way he can, through children's baseball games. So we're going to talk to some of the stars and writers of the movie and see how everything turned out. First off, can you tell us about how this script came to be? Like, what was your inspiration for it?
Well, so it's kind of a mixture of a bunch of things. I was kind of writing stuff that I wasn't happy with, and just stuff that I thought people wanted, and instead of like writing for me. And during that time, I just wasn't happy with what I was putting out, and I just kind of found a story that I thought would make I don't know. I just found a story that I think I would like to tell.
One question I do have for you is that the work I mainly know you from is very different than what we're seeing here. So I kind of want to see, I know probably a lot of people have asked you like what was different about filming those different types of movies, but what was the same? Like what really carried over from the work you've done before for this movie?
Well, you know, what's the same is ultimately that you're trying to tell a story and you're faced with a whole bunch of challenges that ultimately involve how am I trying to involve the audience? How am I trying to misdirect the audience? How am I trying to make things unexpected? How do I make the conclusion something that is a surprising yet inevitable? So ultimately, whatever tools you're using, whatever techniques you're using, you're still trying to maintain the audience's attention and hold their interest and thrill them and move them and emotionally. And I think what was exciting about this one was that the primary, way to achieve that was through number one, most of my job was done by casting the movie. Just assembling this incredible cast together and putting them in the position to succeed and giving them the time to do what they needed to do and the ability to explore the scenes and understand what they were dealing with. So I felt like my job was primarily to kind of assemble the right situation and stay out of people's way and let them do what they do so well. So it was thrilling to just watch performers of this caliber, some of whom were very close friends of mine who I've admired for a long time, and some who I'd never met in my life, like Pam Adlon and Harris Yulin and Isaiah Whitlock and Jesse Sheps. Watching them, perform these scenes from Timothy, I say Timothy, but it's really Tim Brady to me. Tim's script, was just really a dream come true. It was a dream project.
How was the process of getting everything together to start off?
Listen, it was a dream come true, to be honest with you. We had met Michael Kelly at an event a couple years before he came to us with the script, so we had stayed in touch trying to find a way to work together. Calls us up, says, I got a movie, I'm looking for half the money and some co-producers. Read the script, 24 hours later, we're in. And my business partner, Yardley Smith, who you guys might know better as the voice of Lisa Simpson, we sat down and we said, let's do this. And I think, honestly, within 48 hours after we had all agreed that we should make this movie, we had Michael, Timmy the writer, John the director, Jordan and Jonathan from Millhouse, Yardley and myself from Paperclip at our office. And that was, February 2017. We were rolling cameras in June.
I think you're bringing that we've never seen before.
Ooh, that's a good question. I think maybe just a bit more heart and a bit more of a realistic way. It is less of kind of a Disney ending and more of just kind of a real step forward for the protagonist played by Michael Kelly, which typically films like that lose you in the third act because the comedy's over and you got to try to find a way to wrap it all up. And I feel like we found a more just grounded way of doing that and having more heart in doing so.
What stood out for this one for you?
Maybe the fact that behind the scenes you can tell that everybody was really close together, and by just watching it you can see that everybody worked together really well.
I've never done anything like this before. It's funny and it's certainly a dramatic element of the film, but there's also a lot of funny parts in it, and no one ever thinks of me as a funny person or even someone that smiles. Everything I do, I don't even ever get to smile in a movie.
Do you have any final messages about the movie? Anything you're really hoping people get from it?
I just hope people have fun with it, enjoy it, and just please go see it because you're what keeps indie filmmaking alive.
What are you hoping people take away from this movie? What do you want them to come out of the theater feeling?
I want them to have a good time. I hope this movie's a good time. The character doesn't move a whole lot. It's not about moving a whole lot. It's about making that one right choice. I mean, this is a guy who's kind of headed in the wrong direction, and when it comes down to it, I think he makes the right move. And he doesn't move that much. Like I said, he moves an inch. But that inch is monumental, and that felt real to me. I wanted it to feel like a real town, real people. This is something, a real struggle that a real person would go through. And I wanted it to feel, when I talked to Himes about it, we, both love, Hal Ashby's, those 70s movies, those gritty, real movies, and I wanted to feel like that.
Well, there you have it, everybody. From the looks of it, there's going to be a lot of laughs and maybe a few key insights coming from All Square this season. Whenever you get the chance, go ahead and check it out, and make sure to check out all the rest of our videos here at South by Southwest.